No matter the sport, Michigan, Ohio State, it's always a rivalry. Stevan Micic, the #1 ranked wrestler here, seeded wrestler at the Big Ten, had a pretty easy time of it. Tech fall, but Pletcher, the #2 seed, won by sudden victory over McKee to get to the finals.
Well, also in the first match there, Pletcher had a nice match with Keppel from Indiana here. He ended up getting a 1-point win right there, which was a technical violation in the last 20 or 30 seconds here. So 2 different paths between these 2 guys, but they made their seeds, and this will be fun to watch. I really enjoy both guys as far as the development that Pletcher has had down at this 133-pound weight class. He was at 41 last year, but this Stevan Micic is just like amazing technically. You know, talking to Joe McFarland and Silver Fox, what's so fun about watching Micic is bringing that long body style into the sport where he can go ahead and score. If you're a little bit long for your weight class, this is the guy that you want to watch.
Well, what he did just there, Jim, is what he needed to do. He got low and got to the legs first.
Yeah, and that's what he was able to do the last time that these 2 got together. And not everybody, once they get to Pletcher's legs, I mean, look at the size of those legs. I mean, he is a brute.
Had a look at the 2 assistant coaches at Michigan, Sean Bormet, and then with the beard there, Kellen Russell, one of the 4-time Big Ten champions. Out of the 14, now 15, including Nathan, there are 8 in the building.
Micic's going in with the leg ride. There is a nice job attacking, going inside out. They're attacking that far elbow, and he's also got a hold of that right ankle. You know, and that all the while just going ahead and spreading Pletcher out a little bit further. Nice job by Pletcher getting to his feet. And these are committed rides on Micic's part. He does not want to let Pletcher go, but every time he's able to get a takedown and add 30, 40 seconds worth of riding time, it all is cumulative.
Well, I'll tell you something about Pletcher is that he's impressed me because he just wins, baby. I mean, and it's not pretty usually, but it's always a 1-point match or so, but he usually wins. And last night, he was behind 3-0, came all the way back in the 3rd period to win in sudden victory against McKee from Minnesota.
Yeah, that's, been the case as far as his career is going. Close matches. He's not going to count on him for a lot of bonus points, but he does move up the bracket.
Luke Pletcher, a sophomore out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania, Greater Latrobe High School. Had a lot of offers coming out of high school early, but Ohio State wasn't one of them, and he held out. He said to his mom and dad, I want to go there. I think they're going to give it to me. And later in the process, they did. So he's where he wants to be in the Buckeye uniform.
Big staggered stance there by Pletcher. He doesn't give you many windows to be able to attack, but you know what? Micic works hard with that 2-on-1. Notice how he's going ahead and push that wrist in towards the body of Pletcher. That puts a little bit of torque on the right arm. Pletcher is going to go ahead and call a stalemate. Angel Rivera on the call there as the official.
Micic, a redshirt sophomore out of Cedar Lake, Indiana, Hanover Central High School. Started at Northwestern, took a redshirt year, then an Olympic redshirt year. And last year as a freshman, he was actually in his 3rd year of college wrestling.
Well, what do you have to do to turn the tide in this match? I mean, Micic was dominant in the first match. We saw where Lezak in the last match was able to tighten up a match that was a technical fall last time around. These championship matches are just a little bit different, and there's another low shot there, be able to scoop the bottom leg. If he can push that left thigh away here, uncover his head, he's able to do it and collect the points.
And short time, less than 15 seconds left. A ride out here, take down and ride out would be huge for Micic.
Yeah, you can see that he's dropping down on the leg. Not going to give up the count, but that's okay because he's not going to give up the stall warning. He'll run out of time.
Right. So, 2 takedowns in the first period for Stevan Micic from Michigan, the #1 seed over the #2 seed Pletcher.
And here's where he's improved the most. Taller guys, usually have a little bit more difficult time getting out from underneath. You got a lot to kind of keep compact there in length, and Micic does it as well as anybody.
This is the rubber match this year. This is the 3rd time they've wrestled. They've split. Pletcher winning the first time, 7-5. And then in the duel a couple of weeks ago, it was Micic getting revenge, 11-5.
Yeah, just putting up a lot of points, and that's what he's able to do. Now, straight on shot by Pletcher. Very difficult to spin around. So if you're nice duck under to that side. And one thing that Pletcher understands about his style, he's not going to move too much out of that square to staggered right lead leg. And so you've got to take him down, either beat his lead leg, because it's almost impossible to get to that back leg. With those elbow controls that Micic's working on, likes to work off that 2-on-1. Nice snap. See, this is the time in the match here where the pace isn't going your way if you're Pletcher. And so what are you going to do to change it? Can you increase it? Can you make your opponent work a little bit more physically? Micic right into the 2-on-1. So every time you lay your hands on him, he's got an answer.
From both sides.
Yeah. He's got a nice little drag to that back leg. Gets to the leg, spin around situation, good whip, over. 30 seconds, nice spin around opportunity, but good strength there. You know, if you're gonna wrestle in college, you gotta win that go behind situation.
20 seconds left in the second period. Micic has extended his lead 5-1. 2 early takedowns in the first period, an escape in the second period. 5-1, the #1 seed, trying to win his first championship.
Short time, 2 seconds left, but that's exactly what Pletcher needed to do. See, he's working the head a little bit more, changing the pace of the match.
Down by 4 going into the third period. Last night, he was down. Pletcher from Ohio State was down to Minnesota's McKee 3-0. Came back, tied it up, went to overtime and won. There was Kellen Russell, the 4-timer for Michigan.
Coming up into a deep squat, tripod stand up there, trying to peel arms. See how committed Micic is to this. I think he probably will be committed to riding in the top position. He moves up, and the reason why, he doesn't want to get his head pounded on in that neutral position.
Micic continued to work up here, and he's going to get the call, and it's going to be a stall. Stayed below the hips for 5 counts. Angel Rivera, the head official, gives the count and the stall warning against Micic now. The next one will be 1 if he's called for stalling again.
Right, and that's kind of a trade-off there because he was able to collect the riding time, at least short amount of riding time above the minute, 13 seconds. But I think, you know, this is an example of, you know, you don't want to get the official to knock you out of your style. If you want to stay in the top position, by all means do it. Don't let a stall warning keep you from being where you want to be.
And Micic is committed to that top position right here. Last year's 4th place finisher in the NCAAs as a freshman at 133. Pletcher down from 141. Tomasello went from 133 down to 125. Pletcher had a good weight for him.
He just looks really good at this weight class, but now he gets spread out a little bit more. He's going to call, we're stalling again, and that's a good call. He's not moving up off the ankle. Boy, Angel Rivera is going to test his resolve to stay in the top position.
yeah, and a minute 10 left. There's enough time to have a lot of things happen, including more stall calls.
Coming up into that squatting position right there. Comes up. And working hard in that spiral. Cast across. He's able to collect
the reversal.
Yep.
Cuts him loose, so the reversal. 2 points for Pletcher. 1 point cut loose. It's 6-4, and riding time in favor of Micic.
So Micic needs, actually Pletcher needs 2 takedowns.
Or a stall call and a takedown. Micic in on the shot.
Notice how the pace is picked up here for Pletcher. Micic's holding on to that 2-on-1. He can't let that arm go. Probably likely going to get a stalemate out of here. Pletcher can't move it. Yep.
22 seconds left. 6-4 the lead. Stevan Micic from Michigan over Ohio State's Pletcher. Riding time in favor of Micic. A takedown alone won't be enough. But if he's hit for stalling and he gets a takedown, we would go to sudden victory.
Right to that shin whizzer off that single leg there. He's able to come back up. This is a situation where Micic knows that one takedown won't hurt him.
And he does not get the takedown, a flurry, but 1 point fleeing the mat there, but he'll give up that. No, 1 point for the riding time.
Yep.
7-4, a 3-point victory for Stevan, your Big Ten champion at 133 pounds for the Michigan Wolverines, the first of 4 finalists. And Stevan Micic walking with our third broadcast partner, Shane Sparks. Shane, you got him?
Yeah. All right, Stevan, talk with your head coach, Joe McFarland, yesterday. Said Stevan's a mat rat. He studies the sport. Who do you emulate your style after?
I take a lot from different people, like a lot of the best world and Olympic champions. I'm more of a freestyle guy, but developed a love for folk style. So, you know, I just say I take bits and pieces, and I have my own style. It's very unique, and I think that's why, you know, it's all coming together. So.
What are the biggest differences between you now and that of a year ago that you feel has you in position to win a national title in 2 weeks?
I would probably say conditioning is really good. My mat wrestling's coming along. I just got to figure out how to. This match I felt a little sluggish the second day, weigh-in and everything, but you know, I'm happy to have this as like a test run and go into the nationals. But you know, my mat wrestling is a big improvement for that. So.
Nice job. Congratulations, Stevan.
Thank you.
TJ.
Thank you, Shane. Your Big Ten champion at 133 pounds, Stevan Micic. He wins it.